Hold on tight, spider monkey.
As if you could outrun me!
It's more than some crush, Bella.
How? I don't even know what you're saying. How?
I'm gonna help you enjoy this point.
Well, welcome back. I'm not sure you guys know what to do without all the chaos at the beginning of the episode, but welcome back anyway. It's just me today. So we're going to do the best that we can, but you've got one of your favorite Twilight hoes here, Anna. And I am without my co-hosts Maya and Tyree today. And I'll get into why a little bit later, but no worries, we're all good. Just life, you know, man? Life. But yeah, like I was saying, welcome back to my Twilight Fantasy podcast, where we talk about all things Twilight and the Twilight Saga. And even though today will just be a short episode, don't you worry. We are definitely talking about Twilight. So, to get a few things out of the way first, like I said, I'm without Maya and Tyree today, but sending love and hugs and kisses out to them. But I also just want to apologize for a late episode and for this shorter episode. Usually we post every Friday, but today is Saturday, but I will get it out there as soon as possible to you guys so you know what's going on. And it is, like I said, a shorter episode, and that's mainly just because it's me by myself, and I'm going to see how long I can go with just talking to myself, which, let's be honest, guys, I might surprise myself and make it longer than our normal episodes, but that's okay. It's fine. And I guess I should tag on to that. I apologize again for my dog in the background, because apparently he just howls all the time. It's inevitable. Yep, there he is. So, with the apologies out of the way, like I said, I just wanted to update you on what's going on, what we have coming up, and what our plans are. So, the reason we didn't record last night, life is just kind of really hectic right now for all three of us. Maya's in school and working. Tyree and I work full time. And since it's getting closer to the holidays, it's just like cuckoo bananas for everybody, which I'm sure all of you are feeling right now too. So I'm sorry you don't have a new episode all about Twilight to work through all that right now, but just know we're in the same boat and we're doing our best, but and unfortunately kind of our more obligated things in our life, obligations, whatever you want to call it, that's what's taking up all of our time. So we're not really able to put as much time into all these episodes for you guys. And instead of rushing through what we kind of had planned and jumping into New Moon, we thought we'd take a small break from normal, podcast agenda and let us all catch up, because we don't want to give you guys half-ass episodes. That's the last thing we want to do. We want to make sure you guys are entertained every week. And yeah, we don't want to short you guys on all of that. So what we have coming up for the next couple of weeks, instead of our normal book analysis, or like we were saying before, the fan fictions, I'm going to be having a couple guests on. So Maya and Tyree are going to step out for just a bit. They might jump in on some of the episodes. We don't know yet. We're still kind of working around. But I do have some guests lined up for the next couple of weeks. And first of which will be my sister, Alyssa. She's great, but also could care less about Twilight, which I think is a great opportunity. I'm going to reason with her and persuade her into loving it just as much as we do. Problematic and all. It'll be great. Yeah. So I have her coming up first, and it's, really convenient for me since Thanksgiving's coming up. I might get to pull a couple other relatives and record episodes with them too. But really what it will be is just getting some people we know in here to talk to them about Twilight, what they know, what they remember, what they don't know, get their opinions and see, what they can relate to with all of it. Because I think at the end of the day, that's what we do here is that we may be critical of the book. Sometimes we love it and we are looking for ways to relate to it. And that's what keeps us interested. So I'm going to see who else has those interests. So like I said, I have my sister coming up next week. The week after, I have a couple friends of mine who, they're a couple, they're hilarious. And my friend Brittany, she loves Twilight. She is actually part of the reason that this podcast exists. About a year ago, maybe a little less, I was out to dinner with her and I had recently binged watched all of the movies just back to back. And I don't know why, but I felt somewhat ashamed. And I just had to tell somebody because I enjoyed it so much. And I told her, I was like, you know what, Brittany, I just got to say it. I love Twilight. And I spent the whole weekend watching all of the movies. And I told her, I don't know what it is. It's the storyline, the music, the aesthetic of Washington. It all does it for me. So I was like, I'm just putting that out there. I am 100% owning up to this. And to my surprise, she was like, dude, same. I love it. I binge watch it all the time. I can't get enough of it too. And there's no shame in it. And that just got me really pumped. And I was like, yes, I'm not alone. People still remember Twilight. They love it. And there's got to be more people out there like this, right? So that's when it sparked in my mind to go into work the next day where Maya and Tyree were and start talking about Twilight to see what they remembered and what they liked, didn't like, all this stuff. And that's where we started talking about it at work, not just every day, but every hour and sometimes for every minute of every hour. And that's what led us to making this podcast because it took up so much of our time at work that I think had we kept talking about it, everyone else would have quit. So I think this is for the best. But yeah, so long story short, my friend Brittany, like I said, the one that helped inspire this podcast, I'm going to try to have her and her boyfriend on, who he doesn't really know anything about Twilight, but he was geeked at the idea of learning about it, which I love. So we're going to try to get them on. Like I said, some other relatives of mine. And then I'm also going to try to have one of my dad's friends on. So let me explain. So he is not my dad's friend. He is an embalmer and just kind of has some other quirks and things he likes. And he has read all the Twilight books. And not the demographic I would expect in reading all of them, but he enjoyed them all the same. And so I'd really love to bring him in and talk to him about everything and see what his thoughts were, because the only thing different than when I read it first at the time, a teenage girl is a middle-aged man. So we've got to have some different opinions, right? So we'll see what he says. But like I said, I'm going to work on getting some people in here. I'm going to ask them questions and hear what they have to say. But I would really, really love it if you guys would send in questions of your own, things you want to hear, either from me, from them, from anyone in general. And it can be Twilight related or not. I mean, Lord knows if you listen to our episodes now, we certainly go on a number of tangents. So yeah, send those into us. So either comment on our Instagram posts at My Twilight Fantasy, email us questions at mytwilightfantasypodcast@gmail.com, We check that every day. And even if you don't have questions for us, just reach out. We love hearing from you guys. We love talking to you, all of that. So that would really help for these next few weeks of episodes. And I say few weeks, like it's going to be maybe a month at the most, guys. Like I said, we're not sure, but it's not going to take up a ton of time. We will be back to our regular schedule soon. So that's kind of our plan. I'm going to have some guests. There's Bodhi's lovely singing again. And then after the guests, we will resume with the fan fiction episodes I introduced last week. So for those of you who didn't hear, we want to do 3 episodes just dedicated to Twilight-specific fan fictions. And not the Twilight series, just the first book. So we are going to have 1 episode where each of us are going to find a really, really good fan fiction that we found. Which fan fictions are more Tyree's business, so we're trying to get some guidance from her on where to find good ones. And what we're finding is they're so long. It's insane. Like, people are so creative. It's nuts. I can't imagine writing, I mean, there's authors everywhere. That's a dumb statement, Anna. But I mean, just dedicating to a book that's already written, writing more chapters, nuts. But kudos to them. I think that's awesome. So yeah, there's a lot of really long ones, and that's part of the reason we're taking kind of this break from normal stuff. We want to find the best of the best and the worst of the worst, because we're going to present those too. But yeah, if you guys have any really good fan fictions, please send them in to us. We'd love to read them. Even if they don't end up on the episode, we're going to talk about them eventually. No doubt. So, again, you can send that to our Gmail, like I said, at mytwilightfantasypodcast@gmail.com. So that's going to be the first of the fan fiction episodes. The second is going to be the worst of the worst. Like I said, we're going through all of them. So we got to appreciate the best. We've got to appreciate the worst. And you know what? To be honest, that's the one I'm most excited for. Because personally, as a human dumpster fire of a person, I can relate to bad shit. So, you know, it's great. I'm really excited. So if you have bad ones, also send those in to us. And I mean, not even just poorly written, but just bad ideas. Like the one time I brought up, I saw a fan fiction about the love story between Jacob and Child Renesmee. I wanted to vomit through my nose, but I held it back. And I will easily say that can get categorized with the worst of the worst. That's, disgusting. Ew. But yeah, if you have anything else like that, please send it in. So that will be the second episode in that like mini series of fan fictions. The third, which this is another reason we're taking a small break. The third is going to be each of us, me, Maya, and Tyree. We're all going to write our own fan fictions. I think Maya and Tyree are going to kill this. They're so creative and so good at this type of stuff. I feel like they're going to take some of the things that we've talked about, like Alice's missing backstory, or places where you really wish we had more detail, or even maybe flipping it and getting Edward's point of view type of stuff. I think they're going to take that and run with it. And that's, like I said, part of the reason we're letting them have a break is to go write some of that. I think they're going to be stellar. Now me, first of all, I'm not creative. I am not talented in the least. So, with that being said, I have no idea how I'm going to go about writing this fan fiction. If anybody wants to reach out and help me, please, I welcome it. You can go find me at my personal Instagram account just to send me shit. That's how lost I am in this whole process. But, you know, me also being who I am, I don't take things very seriously. So they're probably going to have these really cool detailed backstories of some of the characters. And mine's going to be all about clapping vampire cheeks. Let's be honest. That's what we want to see. Am I right, guys? Yeah, so that's what the 3 fan fiction episode miniseries is going to be. We're going to do serious, bad, and original. I think it'll be really fun. I'm really excited. So that'll be closer to Christmas when we'll be releasing those. But we'll update you, as we get closer when those will be coming out. So send us everything in the meantime. So yeah, once we get into Christmas, holidays are much slower for work for both Tyree, me. Maya will be out of school for a little bit, so that'll also give us some extra time to plan for the upcoming year, make a bunch of bonus content, which we have a couple things up on our Patreon right now. We're working on more. As I bring in guests to do our regular episodes, I'll probably do some extra bonus ones with them also, so that we can put some more stuff up on there. But yeah, that'll just give us some time to come together, recollect ourselves, and blow it out big time as we start the new year off with New Moon. Hell yeah. Now, New Moon has never been... Well, I guess we're jumping into this. Yeah. So obviously we finished the first book. We're taking this break, but then in the new year, we are going to start reading New Moon. And that's another reason for this break, so that we can start reading it now, get ahead of the game, so that we can really, really dive into this, because I think it's fair to say there's not a ton of action in this book. So I think it'll give us a lot of inner self-reflection and inner monologues to really, really deeply analyze. And while that's Maya's forte, and Tyria and I usually just shoot the shit, this time will allow us to do better, force us to do better. So, but yeah, with the new year, going into New Moon, and I gotta be honest, guys, yeah, I feel like some people would agree with me of this. New Moon wasn't my favorite book. Mostly because I am Team Edward and he's pretty absent. But I know the importance of him being gone. But recently, as I always rewatch the movies, New Moon has been the movie I've been drawn to the most. And I don't know why, because usually in the past it's always been like the Breaking Dawn movies. Just because there's a lot of action, there's a lot of different characters, there's a lot of different elements. And I like Vampire Bella so much more. So much more. Ugh. But I don't know why I really wanted to watch New Moon over and over again. And I can't pinpoint, like I said, why. But if New Moon's your favorite movie, let us know why. And maybe I'll figure out why I really like it right now. Because again, in the movie, not a ton happens. I guess her and Jacob get really close, and that's a cool relationship to look into. But again, I'm Team Edward. I don't care about Jacob as much. So, yeah. We'll be getting into all of that, guys. A whole bunch of stuff. So that's the main updates. We just wanted to let you know what's going on. You're going to get a lot of me in the coming weeks, and I'm sorry. I know I'm not the interesting one. But I can talk. A shit ton. And I'll talk to people about Twilight. So, yeah. Good job, Anna. I am recording. Hell yeah. Guys, I've been talking by myself for 20 minutes almost. This is so exciting. I'm going to add this shit to my resume. So like I said, this is kind of boring with all the updates and whatevers. I didn't want to leave you guys without some Twilight content. So, in a really, really lazy attempt to include Twilight, I thought I would share 23 shocking facts about the Twilight movie. I guess it's the saga. And now that I'm thinking about this, you guys probably already know this shit. You know Twilight so much better than we do. But, oh, wait, this article says even the most diehard Twihards can learn a thing or two. So, you guys might learn something. I retract my former statement. So let's dive in. This is an article from 17 magazine. Like I said, 23 shocking Twilight facts that'll change how you see the movie. We'll see about that. So, number 1. Where is it? Oh. Robert Pattinson and Kristen Stewart are still on good terms. Prove it. How do they know that? That doesn't make... Okay. Well, I guess that brings up an interesting... Did everybody see Kristen Stewart's interview on the Howard Stern show where she said she would have married Robert? Did anybody else just like freak out internally for a minute? I don't think it's as big of a deal as, the internet made it, because I think Howard Stern really backed her up into that admission. But it was really nice to see that not that there should be on her end, but any grudges there, and that she saw a lot of value in the relationship at the time, and she still really cares about him. So that was really sweet. And I really liked when her kind of retort to Howard Stern. He was saying, I think it's the biggest mistake for co-stars to fall for other co-stars. And you know what? Generally, I agree with that statement. Like, adults who are leaving their spouses for their co-stars, it's like, grow up. There's a reason you're cast together. It's because you have chemistry, but it's fake chemistry. It's been written. But he says that to Kristen Stewart, and her response was, well, I was 17. I couldn't really help it. And I think that's totally fair. She was 17 when she started the movies, and she's thrown into this mega love story with Robert Pattinson, who's dreamy. And yeah, I don't blame her. Of course she fell in love with him. So, screw you, Howard Stern. All right, let's move on. Fact number 2. Robert Pattinson has had a change of heart on the movies. Now, that's good to hear. I feel like we've all seen, like, the compilations on YouTube and shit about how, or, like, Robert Pattinson dissing the Twilight saga. And as much as I love Twilight, that shit makes me laugh so hard. Because some of the stuff where we question, like, this doesn't make sense. Why is this happening? He says, he brings up the same stuff, and he plays the character. It's wild. It's hilarious. If you haven't watched them, you should go look them up on YouTube. They're really, really funny. But it says here he has a change of heart. What he says is, it's lovely now that the mania is not so intense. I get that, yeah. Twihards, they party hard. So I'm sure it was extremely overwhelming. But he says he has really, really fond memories. And, yeah, he really enjoys it now. And he said he recently watched New Moon. He said just the other day, and it genuinely does have an incredibly good soundtrack. All right, well, that's kind of a weird reason to like it, but whatever. All right, number 3. Kristen Stewart wouldn't mind coming back for another movie. What movie? She said, honestly, start sending scripts my way. I mean, okay, I'm here for it. Make all the Twilight movies. But what are they going to go off of? Fanfics? That would be so cool. They just started making a bunch of spin-offs of different Twilights. That'd be fucking sick. I'm so down for that. Yes, Kristen. All right, number 4. Robert Pattinson is hoping for another installation. Okay, I feel like hoping is a pretty big word. And he just says, I can do it. That's not hoping. Whatever. I'm sure the paychecks would bring them all in again, let's be honest. Number 5. Kristen Stewart, who plays Bella, was discovered by an agent when she was 8 years old. I don't give a fuck. All right, number 6. After Kristen and Robert Pattinson were cast, they flew to director Catherine Hardwicke's home, where they had to rehearse a love scene on her bed. Ugh! What the fuck? That's illegal. She's 17 at the time. When she was cast, she was a minor. A minor. What the fuck? What? Guys, That's not okay. They had to revert. Okay. They need to be a little more specific on the love scene here. But it says on her bed. There's no getting around it. If Edward is not clapping Bella's cheeks until the last movie, maybe we don't need to make them do it when she's 17. Wow, I have a lot of problems with that one. If you have any insight onto that some more and maybe make it less horrible for me, that'd be great. Let me know. Thanks. Moving on. Number 7. Our Pats actually played the piano for the melody Bella's Lullaby on the Twilight soundtrack. Okay, I even knew that. Duh. He's a musician. Number 8, the dress Bella wore to prom cost only $20. Yeah, we can tell. That dress is so ugly. Ugh, that's not a fun fact. That's a fucking given. Number 9. When Stephenie Meyer began writing the first book, she didn't have names yet for Edward and Bella, so she just called them he and she. Oh, I kind of like that. I'd like to read a version where it's just he and she. I don't know. That's kind of sweet. Number 10. Like Bella, before she moved to Forks, Washington, Stephenie also grew up in Phoenix, Arizona. All right. Number 11. The idea for the book came to Stephenie in a dream. Duh, everybody knows that. Oh, wow. The exact day of the dream, though? June 2nd, 2003. That's kind of nuts that she knows the exact day, but yeah, I think we all knew it was a dream. Number 12. Stephenie has said that she's on Team Jacob. All right, well, not Team Stephenie Meyer anymore. Number 13, thousands of actors wanted to audition for Edward's part. Duh, everybody wanted to play Edward. Of course they did. This was going to be huge, and it was huge, but it was our boy, our Pats. What up? Number 14, our Pats apparently knew nothing about Twilight at first. Yeah, I think he made that pretty clear also. In every interview he did? Yeah. That's funny. Number 15. It took 36 hours to turn Nikki Reed's naturally brown hair blonde. Wait. Okay, I believe that it would take that long to dye that color brown because I know she is naturally a dark brunette. I know it would take that long to make her blonde. But they do that and it still looks like a wig in the movie? Guys, you didn't need to do all that because it still looked bad. I mean, Rosalie is gorgeous and whatever. And like her hair is beautiful, yes. But in the movie, it looks fake. It looks so good, it looks fake. So I don't think you need to spend 36 hours in dyeing it. Damn. Shout out to Nikki. Sorry about that, fam. All right. Number 16. Stephenie originally... Did I even just say words? All right, hold on. My voice is getting all dry because I can't remember the last time I talked this long without stopping. So, excuse me, let me rehydrate. Okay. Number 16. Stephenie originally titled Twilight after the actual town most of the story is set in. Forks. Okay. Thank you, Stephenie Meyer, for not naming it Forks. Can you imagine all of the hype around a love story called Forks? This podcast wouldn't be called My Twilight Fantasy. It'd be called My Forks Fantasy. Oh my gosh. Well, she really dodged a bullet there. I can't believe she almost named it Forks. Wild. I love that. I think that's my favorite fact. Damn. Okay. Number 17. A restaurant called E and Forks? A restaurant called E in Forks, Washington offers a Bella Burger on the menu. Dumb. Number 18. Meyer makes a cameo in Twilight. Duh. She also makes a cameo in Breaking Dawn Part 1. I knew that. Number 19. Rob apparently doesn't know how much of a heartthrob he is. Yeah, we know that too. He's bae. Number 20. Lily Collins was actually originally considered for the role of Bella. Honestly, I think she would have made a really good Bella. I really like Lily Collins. She's a really talented actress. I don't know. It's hard to picture somebody else in that role now because I'm so familiar with Kristen Stewart being Bella, but I would imagine that Bella would still be, as a whole, an unlikable character. Number 21. Rob didn't talk to anyone for a few weeks before filming to prep for his role. Damn. Says he was trying to get a feel for how isolated Edward felt. Oh, wow, that's super method of him. Also kind of sad. All right, number 22. Edward's character wasn't always supposed to be so dark and stormy. Yeah. Well, can you really imagine a cheery vampire? I think maybe Alice is as close we get to that. Oh, boy. Number 23. Harry Potter is Team Edward. Hell yeah! Says actor Daniel Radcliffe was open about his love for Robert Pattinson. Duh. He's great. Not that I love Taylor Lautner. He's great too, but Robert Pattinson is bae. Also, just a PSA for all of you who just need a little pick-me-up. Go look up Robert Pattinson for Dior. You won't be disappointed. So there's 23 facts. I'd say I knew about 50% of those, and the others were just like givens, but I mean, there's some fun stuff there. If you have any really like obscure Twilight facts. Oh my god, I need to stop talking. Facts. I still can't say it. Facts. Then send us into them. And all right, so also heads up, since I'm the only one recording, I've had to listen to myself speak in an ear or a headphone this whole time. So if you've ever like recorded something and had it, it's like when you have an echo in your phone when you're on the phone and it just messes everything up. That's why I'm stumbling on like 90% of what I'm saying. But I'm trying really hard because I want to make sure you guys can hear me. So yeah, there's the 23 facts. And then just to round this out, I'm going to take 2 quick Twilight BuzzFeed quizzes and see what we get. All right. Oh no, why did I pick this one? It's titled, Hold On Tight, Spider Monkey. Gag. We're about to guess if you're Team Edward or Team Jacob. I'm going to go ahead and say, I feel like this quiz is going to tell me I'm Team Jacob. But I am Team Edward. Let it be known. Let's get into it. All right, pick a color. Red or blue? See, I feel like I need to pick red because that's going to get me to Robert because it's an apple. It's a picture of an apple that's red. But I love blue. Blue is my favorite color. Pick a season. Summer or winter? Excuse me, where is fall? That is the superior season. Always. I guess summer. I don't like summer or winter. Summer or winter, it's hot or cold. I like medium. Damn it. I guess summer. Pick a food. Pizza or pasta? Pasta. Always. Pick one of Bella's friends. And it shows a picture of Mike, Jessica, Angela, or Eric. I think it's a little, on a limb calling them friends, given how little of a shit Bella gives for them. But I think Angela is the least annoying, so we'll go with her. Pick a drink, coffee or water. I like water. Pick a time of day, dusk or dawn. Dusk or twilight. Pick your favorite franchise, Star Wars or Marvel. Well, I've never seen Star Wars, so Marvel. And finally, pick one of Edward's family members. Alice, Jasper, Rosalie, Esme, Carlisle, or Emmett. Well, Carlisle is my favorite character, so I have to go with him. And then let's see. I got it right! I'm Team Edward! Oh, thank you, BuzzFeed. Let's see. You were staunchly hashtag Team Edward in your youth and longed for a protective vampire boyfriend to run through the forest with you on his back. I mean, yeah, damn. Edward was obviously the only one for Bella. Anyone who is Team Jacob is just straight up nuts. Duh. That's so goofy. I love it. Well, good. I thought it was going to guess wrong, but they know me. Thanks, BuzzFeed. All right. And the last quiz here. It says, it's time to find out which book matches your personality. Ooh. Is it a Twilight book? I thought it was a Twilight book. If it's not, this is going to be a fail. And I'll find a real one, I promise. Okay. Pick an author. J.K. Rowling, Jane Austen, John Green, J.R.R. Tolkien. I'm going to go with J.K. Rowling. Choose some food. All right, so these are just pictures. I think this is like a pho, or maybe a weird looking ramen. I don't know, but it's soup. Shitty looking tacos, a ham sandwich, or rice. Why are those the options? I don't like any of those. I just picked the most colorful, the rice. Pick a celebrity. Kim Kardashian, Liza Koshy, Dwayne Johnson, Robert Downey Jr. Where is Taylor Swift? I need her on this list too. Also, I guess since my entire aren't here to shut me up, I'm just going to go ahead and pronounce my love. I love Taylor Swift, and they hate on me for it every single day of my life. But if there are any other Swifties who listen to this, reach out to me. I need some love because I only get hate. Anyway, pick a celebrity. Kim Kardashian, Liza Koshy, Dwayne Johnson. I think I have to go with Robert Downey Jr. I love him. Okay, pick a movie. Mean Girls, Avengers Endgame, Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince, or Baby Driver. Mean Girls, duh. Always. Choose a hobby. Dancing, writing, reading, sports. Probably reading. Where's sleeping? Am I right? So dumb. All right. What are you doing on the weekend? Working all weekend. Oh, that's not an option because that's not everyone's schedule. Word. All right. So what are their options? Shopping, partying, sleeping, studying. I think sleeping's the closest because I'm either working or sleeping. Choose a subject. Art, math, science, English. So I'm good at none of those. But I think the one that's most interesting to me is science. Okay. All right, guys, I fucked up. So the book that matches my personality most is the Harry Potter series. So I definitely thought this was a Twilight quiz. And I didn't get the Twilight series, so that's kind of sad. So I won't leave it on that. Let's find one more quiz. And let's see. I don't even know what the Twilight cast looks like now. Of course I know what they look like now. Sorry for the dead air. I'm really trying. A Twilight. Why don't they have any good Twilight quizzes? Like, this is an outrage. Okay, let's do this. All right, it says recast the Twilight movies and we'll guess which one is your favorite. Which of the movies or the characters? Whatever, we'll see. All right, who will play Bella? Zendaya, Rowan Blanchard, Natalia Dyer, or Amandla Stenberg? Well, aesthetically, I think they could all play her, but I'm a huge fan of Natalia Dyer from Stranger Things, so I'm going to go with her. Who will play Edward? Charles Melton, Tom Holland, Cole Sprouse, or Caleb McLaughlin? Oh, gotta go with my boy Tom Holland. Even though this Charles Melton guy looks like he could play a good brooding Edward Cullen. I love Tom Holland, though. Who would play Jacob? Forrest Goodluck, Bronson Pelletier, Boo Boo Stewart. Oh, is that Seth? Him all the way. Duh. Is that him all grown up? Damn, boy. He's hot. All right. Yeah, I see you, Boo Boo. All right. Who will play Alice? Chloe Grace Moretz, Madison Pettis, Yara Shahidi, or Millie Bobby Brown? I feel like Millie Bobby Brown would be a really great Alice, but I also really like Yara. All right, I'm going to go with Millie. She looks like Alice. That's probably why. Who will play Jasper? Ezra Miller. That would be terrifying. Timothy Chalamet. That wouldn't be bad. Joe Keery or Dev Patel. I feel like Timothy Chalamet is most like Jasper. Who will play Rosalie? Elizabeth Gillies, Lily Reinhart, Ruby Rose, or Shay Mitchell? Ooh, I definitely want to see Shay Mitchell do that. Who will play Emmett? Nick Robinson, Michael B. Jordan. Oh, yes. John Boyega, my bad. And Nick Jonas. I think Nick Jonas is more Emmett-like, but damn, if I don't want to see Michael B. Jordan all day, every day, you bet. Who will play Esme? Reese Witherspoon, Mindy Kaling, Gal Gadot, or Lupita Nyong'o? I see Reese as it. Mindy's too funny. I love Mindy. You know what? Actually, I take it back. I would like to see Lupita. I feel like she has such a gentle spirit. She'd be so perfect for Esme. Who will play Carlisle? Tom Hiddleston, love. Idris Elba, Jake Gyllenhaal, or Henry Golding? I like Henry Golding, I think. He's so hot. Oh my gosh! Guys, it guessed that my favorite movie was New Moon. Is this my new favorite Twilight movie? Do I just not want to accept what's going on? What is happening? All right, well, I guess New Moon's my favorite movie. Damn. I didn't see that one coming, but here we are. I guess I'm going to go watch it now. Yeah, so that was my result. I got New Moon. That's all right. Well, just got to accept it. It's fine. Well, guys, if you want to take those quizzes, I just looked up Twilight on BuzzFeed, and they have a bunch of articles and everything, but that's where I found those. So you can go online, take them. Let us know what you got. I'd be very interested to know. So let's see where we're at. Guys, I'm so proud of myself. I'm at almost 43 minutes just talking to myself. I literally thought this was going to be like 10 minutes long. So sorry for drawing it out more. But hopefully this was still at least semi-entertaining. And like I said, it was mainly just to let you know where we're at, where we're going, that we're not slowing down. We're just taking a break to collect ourselves, but we'll still be giving you stuff in the meantime. So thank you so much for hanging on with us, sticking around. We love you guys for it. Reach out to us for all the things I talked about. Your thoughts on the end of Twilight, the fan fictions we have coming up, if you can send any in. Sending in any questions to the guests we're going to be having on. Just throw it all at us. We'd so appreciate it. We'll be checking our email daily, mytwilightfantasypodcast@gmail.com, if you want to send us stuff there. But we communicate a lot through our Instagram. So if you want to follow us, we're at mytwilightfantasy on Instagram. In the bio of our Instagram, the link goes to our website where you can find all the links to our social media, all the links to where you can listen to us. We're on Spotify, iTunes, YouTube, every other place you can find your podcasts. And also on there are links to our merch page, which I'm going to have to post, again, some of our merch stuff. But we have a lot of really cool stuff. I love it. I currently have the phone case on my phone. I've had it for months. It's amazing. And I'm looking at a sticker on my computer. And it's just our logo, but I like it. Of course, I'm biased. I made it. But I really like it, and we have some really cool stuff. There's some really comfy sweatshirts, some t-shirts. We have a baseball tee, and I do have that. It's amazing. I love it. You'll love it. So go in there, check it out. they can make some nice gifts for any Twilight lovers, for the holidays coming up. So definitely think about that. But yeah, you can find that merch link on our website. Also on our website is the link to our Patreon account. We're starting to embrace this a little bit more. We've always kind of had it, but we are starting to actually make more bonus content for it. So you'll be able to access a bunch of bonus episodes and other things on there, as well as get news ahead of time for new merch. And you also get shout outs on the episodes. We really like to interact with you guys, and Patreon's a really nice way because it's a really easy format to go directly to people. So just think about that. And any cent that gets donated helps us so much to just help us grow. Right now we're working on getting new mics. So that's our first step, and we're getting pretty close, and we're excited. So that's that. But yeah, go to our website, check all of that out, check out all of our social media. But thank you again for listening. We love you. We hope you're having a wonderful end of fall, early winter as we go into the holiday season. I'll be back next week with our guests, but in the meantime, just send us some love. And I guess with that, I have to do the closing on my own. Kind of breaks my heart, but here we go. Peace, love, and Twilight. Bye, guys.